put this on, let's say 15 more. That should stem the tide for the wit. Oh, this thing actually worked. It actually worked. I'm shooketh. Okay, so deconstruct this and dig that one through. I'm trying to figure out a way to have all this water stay in one place. So I was thinking of doing this kind of a squiggly line thing, but it occurs to me that what I'm going to just have to do is just gonna be make a new separate water tank and just let everything fall into it. That'll be the simplest way of doing this. Because like this, I'm just gonna end up, I'm already wasting some of that water. Yeah, so this is not gonna work as I hoped. We're just gonna make a new water tank and just be like and leave it at that. Also, I just realized I need to deconstruct this because I don't want them to go through here because they're going behind this. I'm letting them go into the forbidden area. We don't want them to go there without Atmos suits. So remove that. We don't want you to go any further than that. We can also deconstruct this so we can close it. I want you to do that fast so we can stop wasting water. It drips, but that's still water. I don't want to lose it. I mean, not gonna lose it. It's just gonna end up on the bottom. They did this as expected. Now I will need to give them some access here. Otherwise they're going to get stuck. And they're useless when they get stuck. They also didn't finish this. And okay, so we need 5 tons more of steel. So I'm gonna put this to 20. So that's 2 tons of steel for now, and we're gonna leave that alone because that's actually enough. And I think we have enough of this as well. So we just need steel. But we need lime as well. There's fossils here as well. Yeah, I completely forgot about that. What's the current count? We have 300. Yeah, we'll need a lot more. It takes 2 of them to cover 1. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 10 tons. Lots of iron. Lots of iron will be used in this. I'm not happy you being there. They eat resources and they waste them. I think I covered this before. The way that shovels work, they consume food and then they excrete half of what they ate. So if you feed them 50 coal, they're gonna excrete 25 coal. So they're useful for deleting resources. If you have too much bleach stone, they're good for that. Leaky oil fissure. So this is an oil well. So if I knew about this, I could have created an oil well here. We have a separate source of oil here. This is a carbon dioxide vent that will never be opened up. There is absolutely no point in having it whatsoever. This still says that we are not making enough oxygen, but we obviously are because the pressure is not dropping. Spicy tofu, why the hell not? But this tells me that we are actually now having, let me see, where are the reports? Yeah. So let's see, oxygen generations. We make 400 kilograms and we use 450 kilograms. So we have a 25 kilogram deficit. So we are currently not actually making enough. But we do have these things here. So the reason why we're not making any is because we have maximum gas pressure here. Should I replace these with then again, I could make more. The beautiful thing about this is that you can actually make more. I could make another one of these over here and just pump it in. I would have to make it up here because of the of our room issue. I just could make one above it. But I would have to then set up another oxygen pipe. Which is something that I don't want to do presently. Because there's no point in doing that. This is on max pressure. It can't go any further. Like I said, I could put this to a high pressure vent, which would allow it to go past this. But there is absolutely no need to do that. Oxygen is at 1.6 here, 1.9 there, 1.5 here. So I am still thinking that it's just because there's plenty of room for the gases to settle now. So it's just having difficulty pressurizing. And that's actually fine. I don't care about that. I'm fine with that, to be honest. Okay, so we do have these. So put one here, and I'm gonna put it on this, and copy here. Oh, it didn't. I didn't actually put it on plant. There we go. So we can start cooling this place off because this is now over 30 degrees, and I'm not happy about that. All of that heat is coming from here and from here, and I'm not happy about it. So I'm gonna put some Weesworth there to cool it off. I realize I'm gonna release some hydrogen, but hydrogen goes upwards, so I'm fine with that. Some ice melted here again. Are we? No, we're not even getting close to collecting all the water that we could. This is now dormant for next 50 cycles, and I'm not worried about that at all. We have more natural gas than we ever need. So much in fact that we don't need to run petroleum generator anymore. So much in fact that we are now not having enough water for these things. Oh, we do. Then what's your problem? Irrigation. But you are being irrigated. There's water reaching you. What's your problem? Not really sure what's the problem there. Contents, none. But there's water in you. Ah, just gonna ignore it. Did they connect all the cables here? Yes, yes they did. And did they get enough? Yes, yes they did. So moving on to the next one. Yeah, I think it just has to be open sky because this one is exposed to space, but it's making absolutely no difference. Also, the space behind looks wonderful. It's beautiful. Uh, now this one's become active. We have some iron there, so I have to keep that in mind. I think there was one more geyser that I was checking out, but I don't remember where that was. Was it this one? No, that's a cool steam vent. We knew about that one. Can't remember what it was and where it was. All volcano, definitely not that. Can't remember. Okay. I guess it wasn't important then. Okay, so we want to deconstruct these now. There's no need for them anymore. Take that layer out. This is already cooling off very nicely just because of the biome. Oh, we have a problem here that we've had once before, and that's that this is now too hot. There is too much water here because of all the ice that melted. So we have more than this thing can. Can I put it here? Yeah, I can put it here. Perfect. Just gonna put it there. Output pipe full. Yeah. It can't get rid of the coolant water, so this can't work. Fix that now, please. We can always drain the water out. It's not really that big of an issue. It's just that it's a headache, a minor headache, but it's nothing special. We can deal with that. I can extend this, and that'll lower the water level. There we go. And that will effectively finish. Get that. What am I trying to say? That will resolve the issue. That will resolve the problem. In the meantime, can you like do this, please? I would like to have at least some of the bunkers done before the stream ends today. Thank you. Was that so difficult? Might as well line up the work here to prep the rest of the dig. There we go. Now it's just waiting for materials. What are you waiting for? Lime, of course it's waiting for lime. We're still out of lime. We do have fossils, don't we? Yeah, we have 1.5 tons of fossils. Food has decayed, which is fine. That's gonna be eaten by our pinch rows. We're not gonna be making any more pinch rows though. We have more than enough pinch rows. I am putting hatchlings back on continuous incubation again. Somebody has food poisoning and we are out of curative tablets. Okay, so now we are still losing water here because I forgot about this. So we're gonna do that, and I'm gonna tell them to clean that up before I let the water in. Perfect. I'll tell them to drill it from here. Oh, we have some printables available. Iron. Yes, please, almost 1/2 ton. Thank you for that. Okay, so this is now working fine. Maybe even work errand. Oh, so there is no duplicates available. Kidding me? Oh, that's because it was their off time. Okay. Oh, it's okay, you do tiny babies sleeping peacefully through the night. Oh, the Wheezeboards are there. Do we see? Let us see if they already made a dent. Yes, they had. They were here for all 5 minutes, and all of this was all orange. This was all this color. It was 30 plus degrees, and look at it. The circulation of air itself plus a Wheezeworth, and there you go. It's magic. It's magic. I love Wheezeworths. They are absolutely magical. Probably have to move them. Uh, and look, one Weezer kept this room. I've been breeding eggs pretty much non-stop for the last hour, and this is still cold just because of that Weezeworth. For passive cooling, well, it's not really passive, it's active cooling, but just poor man's cooling if you want, Weezeworths are the best. I'm gonna put one here, just because I like this setup. So 3 oxyferns are using almost 2000 milligrams of so 30 grams of carbon dioxide, and they emit, each one emits 30 grams of oxygen. So it's not a lot, but it's better than nothing, and it's some use for that CO2, which is all we can really hope for. Okay, so this can now be closed off, and now I have to be smart about this. Okay, so we can dig that out. We can deconstruct this. This, we can dig this through. I'm trying to not create extra work for me, but I'm getting stuck somewhere. are we storing here? All kinds of things that we don't need to store here. I'll deconstruct this one. But we do need to create a large storage room. I'm still thinking where I'm gonna do that. I might actually just do it here, but I'm still considering it. Okay. Dig out the next layer. How's the steel coming along? Again, we're short on lime. Is this... I'm gonna put this on 9 and just do this forever. As long as we have fossils, turn it into lime. We do have enough for another pump. Ah, crap! Nope. Another bunker door. I believe these are now... yeah, they're closed, so nothing can go through. I'm considering already starting digging up above them to start freeing them up for space so that these things can start running. But I'd rather not do that. In fact, I'm gonna have to start digging here just so I can set up the sensor for it. Let me check the oxygen levels. Yeah, the only places where there is less oxygen is the places where there was no room for it before, and now it's starting to expand into, like this area over here. But all in all, it is actually going quite nicely. I'm actually liking this. Scalding? What? Where? Where were you scalded? What scalded you? This is actually polluted water, so we can use this chance to bottle it up so it doesn't mix with the clean water. And we can now dig this through and create a proper floor for it. That pitcher pump though, where I'm gonna have to put that pitcher pump lower. So I might set up that water cooling I was talking about. There was a steam vent close by, wasn't it? Ooh, we're getting more water than we can handle. But I think just using this water makes more sense. It's closer. I am thinking about creating a pool like this one. for this water. It won't take that long to cool that water. There's also this pool of water that we need to release. But at this point I just can't be bothered. I'm just gonna let it fall here. And it's gonna spill over, but that's fine. At this point it doesn't matter. Or I could be more careful about it and put a pump in here. There's plenty of wires coming left and right, so I can just do that. We have another pinch row egg, which we will not be hatching. Same rules apply. Why do I have suddenly 6 pips? Because I didn't collect the eggs, isn't that right? Well, if some of them starve, they starve. It's not my problem. That just means more meat. It doesn't matter for them since I'm not actively feeding them. They're just eating the arbor trees. So, if they starve, they starve. Not my problem. Still missing lime. Where? Well, he is making lime. This thing is getting quite hot with all that lime making. No printables available, salt water. Really don't need another dupe. I think I might get 3 more dupes just for the achievement, but... And I think it's 14, not 15, I'm not really sure. It could be 15. I'm thinking about putting in another natural gas generator, since we have more natural gas than we can possibly use at this point. We have 2 sources of it. Is this dormant? Oh, it's idle. It means there's not enough room for pressure inside. Okay, dokie. Kind of lost my train of thought now. Yeah, we're storing all of that ice here. There's gonna be plenty of more water coming in. Okay, so what do we have here? We can deconstruct that. This is all unreachable now because I destroyed that, isn't it? Yeah, unreachable dig. Actually, just put it here. Dig through this, please. So, I think I am going to store some regular water. I think. Which will be of normal temperature just for the pitcher pump. But that's when and maybe. Because I'm really not convinced I actually need it. Because I don't. I really don't. I do need a way of cooling the water though. Because this is getting hotter than I'd like it to be. So all of these have wilted because it's 31 degrees instead of 30. And you know, if I just had cool water, I could just pump cool water into this instead. These things don't care about the temperature of the water. This, I don't know how much... This can't do much of a dent just because of this actually actively making heat. I could deconstruct it and reconstruct it, and that would solve the problem. In fact, I'm gonna do that. This is also made out of copper ore. I'm just gonna make it out of gold. And that's gonna solve the problem, because that gold thing is going to be made out of... it will not be overheated anymore. So it'll remove a source of heat, and then this will be able to do something about it. It's not like we're really missing water at the moment anyway. Yeah, plenty of water coming through. Okay, take this up. Seriously, you couldn't get that one first. And mop this up, please. Thank you. And let's see. We have plenty of food. We don't need to worry about that. We do have enough oxygen. And we have enough hydrogen as well. I have to start using that again. We didn't need to use our petroleum generator in quite some time. And I don't get how this has irrigation problems when it's getting all... The first one and the last one has an irrigation issue, despite all of them getting the same water in. Well, at this point, no, they are actually not having enough water. So there is something to be said about that. I might need to reconnect that pipe now. Yeah, I might need to reconnect the pipe now. Refinement, water sieve, make it out of gold this time, and here, and do that now, please. Priority, please. I'm using hydrogen again. Perfect. And we will start digging this up, but I will make a preparation first because they are retards and they will get stuck. So do this first and then dig. You are retards, you're delightful retards, but you're still retarded. Okay, so did we make any steel at all? We made 100 kilograms of steel. And we have some lime now. Yay! This water is getting cooled again. Which is fine. Perfect. 800 kilograms. We might be getting the next one soon as well. This is connected, so we might start running this wire down. This will take a lot of iron to do, but it's fine. That's what iron is for. There we go. This will connect this, but there will be no oxygen in there yet, since we haven't hooked that up yet. That will again create an alert saying that with not enough oxygen is being generated because yada yada yada, because that's going there. Yeah, if we could get lime faster, we would be getting steel faster, but I can't speed that up any more than I did. We do have fossils, we just need to start getting more lime. Oh, we actually ran out of fossils as well. Yeah. We need to go dig up more fossils. Did we really dig up all the fossils here? Yeah. All of this is just lead now. So we need to start digging up for more fossils now. There's plenty of them, so that's not a problem. It's just we have to dig for it. There's more here as well, so let's just connect this completely. And I want you to do this a bit faster, so please get down here. Thank you. Keep digging, just keep digging. So he's picking up the fossils. There's plenty of fossils here as well. That's what we like to see. Now all of these are not irrigated anymore. There's not enough water. I'm not really concerned about that, considering we had how many? Edible. Pinch. We have 74 kilograms of pinch of pepper nut. That's actually not as much as I hoped it would be. That's less. That is less. I suppose we will connect this now. Since we're not using this anymore, we're not getting enough water for the pinch of pepper nuts. Pinch of pepper nuts is currently only used for the cappuccino machine. Let's see if the water. No. That was kind of a miss on my part. Sorry about that. Yeah, could you kind of like, thank you. So because I've connected that to this entrance instead of to the exit instead of to the entrance, so it needs to be connected here. So it goes out from here and into here and then up to there. We have liquid ethanol on the floor. Might as well mop it up. Well, not that we will be using liquid ethanol for anything apart from this thing, and I think this will not be used again. I'm not really sure if... I think ethanol is used for one of the rockets for fuel, but I'm not really sure about it. I haven't played around with that for a long time. So we will be discovering that together, it seems. We need still one more hatch there. And more melting happening here, which is fine. Are you doing steel? Yes, you are. Do we even have enough for another? Yes, we do. So let's put in another one. And then the same story here. We allow them to keep digging, keep building. There we go. Some of this actually starts falling like sand does, so it's possible that when they start digging this through that it'll all just come crashing down. Although Mafic Rock shouldn't. Regolith will behave like sand, but Mafic Rock I believe it stays put. Okay, so we can also start outlining that storage room somewhere. Okay, so they do have hmm. We will want them to have way of getting there because they are charming and delightful, but they are stupid as a doorknob. There you go, dupes. Be smart. Please be smart. Or at least smarter. No printables available. I don't want muck root. And these are... eh. Oh, come on. It's entirely... something just occurred to me which is entirely possible. Because of how the map progresses, you can already see that it sometimes lags when a cycle starts, and sometimes when I'm scrolling. It's entirely possible that at some point it will become unplayable because the map will just be too crowded to litter with stuff, and we will be forced to end the run then and there. But hopefully it won't come to that, because I would like to get into outer space on this map, on this run, before I start making other asteroid runs. Okay, so you did what? Again, again. Why do you? Mm. Dupes. Deconstruct the further first and then the closer ones. Okay, so how are we handling here? Not enough. One ton more. Oh, this time we are actually down on iron. So we need more of that. Let's put another ton of that in. How much do we use for one? 70 kilograms. Yeah, 1 ton will be fine for now. How about refined carbon? We still have, doesn't say, a ton of that, so that's fine. We'll see what we can do for the rest of this. 14% of stress. Ada, why are you so stressed? What's stressing out? You're hungry. Cold air, low morale, soggy feet, today's net stress. So Ada is getting quite stressed, but she's not even the newest one in the... Ah, yeah. So I actually put too much work on Ada. So she's getting a bit stressed. So we might actually need to put a massage chair in here soon, so that Ada can de-stress. But hopefully Ada will simply utilize the gifts of the recreational rooms to handle her stress on her own, and I won't need to make her go into the massage chair. Okay, they actually did this quite well, so I am impressed. They didn't fall into the pit and were unable to get out. Speaking of cold air, the air in the base is comfortable. Sun-kissed. Yeah, you were kissed by the sun. Now go back to work. Praise the sun. Yeah, that's what I figured is gonna happen. So now I have to waste some glass on fixing this up. So the stuff from above falls on it and that damages it. I'm gonna make some extra glass just to be safe. I completely... How much? Let's make 10. I completely forgot about the fact that things that falls on stuff break stuff. And I was even talking about how this stuff will start falling down. We actually did a lot of work today because all of this takes a lot of time to set up. So I'm actually happy because our stream today is coming to an end. I'm going to be streaming for 13 more minutes and then we're going to end it. But we actually did quite a lot of work today. We set up the first of the bunkers and we almost got, well, we actually got more than half of it with the covers, the bunker doors. We did get all of the solar collectors there, and we almost are done connecting them to the main power grid, which is awesome, really. And also are finally dealing with our water supply, which we don't really need, but at this point I'm just doing it because I'm able to. Is this unreachable? If this is unreachable, somebody's gonna die. We also... Yeah, these are just not getting enough. Well, they are getting enough water now. I don't know what their problem is. This is a lot of polluted oxygen, which is just going through here and it's turning into oxygen, so that's fine. I'm not even bothered about that. We also started digging out this cold biome just so the gases have somewhere to go and sit. Although that also means that we need to pressurize the base better now. On top of that, what else did we do? We set up the steel refinery and we were able to demonstrate the cooling facility and how it works, and it works very efficiently. We have been making steel pretty much non-stop, apart from a small break to let the water cool, and the last couple of tons of steel, this has been running non-stop without any problems whatsoever. It works magnificently, it doesn't heat up, and you can use the same setup for any other place in the base. In fact, I probably will utilize the other steam vent that's down here somewhere, or even the same steam vent to cool off the water to 20 degrees to be put into the base. So it is a very efficient system. You want to use hydrogen when if you're using gases. If you're using liquids, I would recommend petroleum because it is just the best coolant. But if that's the case, then you might just want to use a petroleum for the coolant liquid for the refineries itself instead of the circulating liquid inside of here. There are many ways you can set this up. This is just the way that I do it because it's the simplest. Simplest. I mean, look. two automation wires. That's it. No NOT gates, no if gates. Just simple. If this becomes too hot, run the pump. Run the pump until it doesn't. Until the temperature drops. Crew starvation. A hatch is starving, but you have food. You have food, you idiot. Share with your siblings. We have run into another dormancy cycle, but as you can see, we are still having plenty of natural gas left, and we now are utilizing the other natural gas vent as well, which means we should not be running out of natural gas anytime soon, if at all, really. We are having some polluted water, but that's fine. That's mostly from ice melting. You can see how much rot and slime creates polluted oxygen, which is fine. All of that gets created. Food poisoning. Somebody got food poison from a mushroom, but there are curative tablets here, so you can use that. We have also started experiencing lag, especially in the center of the base, but that can't be helped. All in all, we did a lot today. Next time we might actually start utilizing the solar power, and we might even start building up our rocket silo. I don't think there is any reason anymore to postpone that anymore. I do believe that next week we will be starting to dig this area out for a rocket silo, and we're going into outer space. At the very least, lime, 150 kilograms of. You know me so well, thank you. Uh, at the very least, we will set up the sensors for the bunker doors. One thing that does need to be set up before we go to outer space is we need to get this thing running, which means that next time we will be running an oxygen line all the way to here. I'm not thrilled about it because it means dividing my oxygen pipe uh, another direction, but I really don't need anything else set up here. They won't be going up here unless I tell them to, and as you can see, even without nobody got sick, nobody got hypothermia, so it's fine. I don't think they really need Atmos suits here. If they do, and then I'll make changes to the design, but for now this works fine. There's no really need to change it. And you can see that there is another yeah, exactly. So there's another asteroid rain or meteor rain. Next time I also might go into the lore, since we've discovered this ruin. This ruin always spawns with your asteroid, and it tells the story of what actually happened and how you ended up on the asteroid along with your duplicate machine, which is essentially a cloning machine in case you haven't added those up. Oof. You can hear some cool music when you zoom in closer to that area. So you probably see these holes. So this happens all the time. Those meteors keep dropping and they damage. That's the planet we originate from, by the way. That hole is the reason why these asteroids exist. Uh, every single meteor strike deposits metals, refined metals, so they are valuable. But if you don't have bunker tiles on top, everything that you own gets battered to a crisp. You can manually open and close these, but you will never see them coming before stuff gets broken. So you need a sensor because sensor will close them or open them much faster than you can. Okay, let's see if they... No, they did not make enough. Oh, do I need to line up more? No, I don't. Come on, people, work. We need that. Okay. Yeah. We also discovered a couple of vents that we want, and an iron volcano, which we will not be exploiting anytime soon, or at all. Because I'll be honest with you, I haven't really discovered a really efficient way of cooling down volcano stuff. I'm still experimenting with that, and when I do have an efficient way of cooling down volcano stuff, I will utilize it. There is a way to do it with sweepy bots, but it's not exactly brilliant. There are some... It doesn't cool off the material. When you build something with it, that thing that you've built is of the same temperature that you of the material that you use. So it doesn't really work that way. It's not enough to collect it. Collecting it isn't a problem. You can just put an auto sweeper or a sweepy bot and they can collect the stuff for you. Cooling it to a usable degree, that's what the problem. Even cooling a polluted oxygen went from 700 degrees to 20 degrees is a chore in itself. You can imagine 2000 degrees. And again, a cooler like this does work, but it takes ages to do it. So we need to find a better way for that before I even venture into using volcanoes. Volcanoes are useful in a way that you can get infinite amount of materials from them, but you need a facility for them to run. And I think Brothkar, if you ever watch, he is one of the biggest experts on Oni. He played 15 times more Oni than I ever will probably, but he made a video about it, but his way of doing it involves a lot of mods, and I don't want to. I like Savage Beef mentioned before. I don't. Mods could help, but I don't want to use mods. I want it to be vanilla. It's just my own thing. I want to play vanilla. I want to play as the game intended. If somebody if the development team of Oni, if Klei Entertainment puts in something themselves that they've balanced and tested and put in and it's official part of it, then I will be using it. But if it's a mod, I just won't. At least not on stream, because I want to play it vanilla. Just my own thing. You can disagree with me. You don't have to play it like that. That's just the way I play it. I prefer vanilla. That's all. And I'm gonna line up this next batch. Diggering. This is now in swell. And cycle 351, and that's 3 hours of streaming today. So this is where we'll be ending it today, guys. Again, thanks everybody who joined me today for watching, and I hope you enjoyed. I hope you had a nice chill time with me, seeing our duplicates work. We did a lot. I'm not gonna go through it all again, but next stream we will be focusing on getting this done, and then getting the rocket silo started, and hopefully getting the first of our astro research done as well. We might even start utilizing water from another vent that I will be cooling. Maybe even do a jacuzzi. We'll see. But that's it. Hope everybody enjoyed, and I will guys see you next week. Also on Wednesday we will be streaming some Shipbreaker again. So if you enjoy that and like to see me blow stuff up unintentionally, then of course join me on Wednesday as well. And I will see you guys next week. Everybody, have a wonderful evening, morning, afternoon, whatever you are in the world, and I'll see you next time.